Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today. My name is Samuel Kumar. I'm the training manager for Hanwha Taekwondo, Middle East and Africa. All right. So today is an interesting topic. It's not a certified exam-based training. You can request for an attendance certificate. This is a product overview training. Just to give you a brief version of what are the different products available with Hanwha Taekwondo in the shortest time possible. This is typically a sales-based training, or anyone who's interested in Hanwha and what we have, they can attend this training. All right. So what we will cover today is about our company, about Hanwha Techwen, some key technologies that differentiate us from other brands. What is our uh, stand on cybersecurity and true to spec and product lineup. These are the key topics for today. All right. First, about our company. Our company, in a single statement, is a Fortune 500 company. We are a multi-conglomerate, which means we are a group of companies, and the name of the group is called Hanwha Group. Okay, there are many subsidiaries under the group name called Hanwha, and one of the subsidiary is Hanwha Techwin. All right, in Korea, we are the seventh largest company. Fine, and globally, we are a Fortune 500 company, somewhere in the top 500. All right. Now, what are the different divisions or different subsidiaries of Hanwha Group? One of them is aerospace, responsible for manufacturing aeronautical equipments, defense equipment, even chip mounting equipments. Even, this is some of them are used in CCTV. Then, all right, defense equipment, which is military vehicles, chemical and materials. We are in this business for over 50 years. Uh, construction, construction division. So some of the refineries, residential projects is done by Hanwha. We are into solar and finance. And there's one more, retail. So if you go to Korea, you'll probably, the duty-free shops, the hotels, resorts, many of them are owned by Hanwha Group. Okay, so that is a big profile of Hanwha. And we were talking about Fortune 500. Our rank is currently 306. We are, as a company, we are actually bigger than other companies that we know are already big, like Schneider Electric, Honeywell, Canon. In terms of revenue and overall company size, we are actually much bigger. Okay, then Hanwha Techwin. Hanwha Techwin is the subsidiary, one of the subsidiary of Hanwha Group, and comes under the aerospace and defense division. Hanwha Techwin is responsible for manufacturing CCTV, all right, security equipment, CCTV. So this is our head office based in Seoul, South Korea. Previously, it was owned by Samsung. This division, CCTV division, was owned by Samsung, and Samsung started this business in 1991. Later on, in 2015, Hanwha Group acquired it from Samsung. All right. So the same building, which previously was owned by Hanwha, the building, the factory, the patents, everything has been taken over by Hanwha. Now, after the acquisition, we have been launching many products such as AI camera, a new chipsets, a new system altogether like intercom, audio system, and so on. So we've been expanding our portfolio. All right. Okay. Now, as a parent company, our company name is Hanwha. The subsidiary is Hanwha Techwin, and you will hear the word Weissnet. Weissnet. Weissnet is the name of the product. Okay, just like a Galaxy telephone, Galaxy mobile phone is a product of Samsung Electronics. Samsung Electronics is a subsidiary of Samsung brand, Samsung Group, right? Same way, our product name is Wisenet. Okay, under Galaxy mobile phones, you have Note Galaxy Note, Galaxy S22, and so on. Different series. Same way under Wisenet, we have different camera series. Okay, all right. All right. Under the okay, so this is the summary. Wisenet is the signature brand of Hanwha Techwin security business. All right, complete assured value added. All right, the reason is value added because we are owning the technology, we are developing the products. So this gives us a lot of benefits for customers, right? Any customization, any modification, it is all in-house. It is all developed and manufactured in-house. So that is one. And we are not only producing camera, we are also having NVR, VMS, access control, intercom. So we are a solution provider. Okay, so this is one. Then we work through partners. So our partners are trained, certified, and this is our channel. We work only through the distributor, and the distributor supplies to the SI partners. Okay, so we are not directly working with everyone. We just work direct only through distributors. Okay, next, overall, uh, we have over this is head office. Overall, we have over 28 global offices. The Middle East head office is based in Dubai. Okay, next. As a Hanwha company, as Hanwha Techwin company, every single component is in-house, developed and manufactured. The chipset of the camera in-house, developed, manufactured. We have our own chip manufacturing plant. The lenses of the camera also in-house. The bubble of the camera, the metal body, all that is done in-house. The software in the camera, the analytics running in the camera, we have our own analytics lab, AI department. So it's all in-house. So the benefit is there's no outsourcing of technology. So there is a big value here because there is no overhead cost for outsourcing to some other factory and then supplying it. So this is where we are different. Second thing is quality of our products. We will see that in the coming slides. Next, not only in camera, we are end-to-end solution provider from the camera to recorders, monitor, joystick, VMS software, video wall solution, access control, intercom, audio systems. We are able to provide you a full-fledged solution. Okay. Now coming to core technologies in a CCTV system, the fundamentals of the CCTV camera is the components in the camera, and it starts with the chipset. The main, just like you buy a laptop, the main part that you check is it i7 laptop, is it i9 laptop, i5 laptop. Same way for a camera, the main thing is the chipset. So we are owning the technology and the manufacturing of chipset. Lenses, long range lenses, wide angle lenses, low light lenses, these are also in-house developed. Because of our defense division, we have a very strong optical engineering team. We have very unique lenses, which you will not find in other brands. Okay. Next is the software, the analytics running. Also, this is where most of them are buying from third party, but this is in-house for us. So we are developing many custom artificial intelligent analytic solutions for customers depending on the requirement. Some customers say, I want to detect uh, you know, for city surveillance, they wanted to detect traffic jam detection. They wanted to detect fall detection. Somebody fell down. So we are developing this. This is our own in-house team, and they are able to do this. Okay. Okay. Now let's just quickly go to artificial intelligence. Uh, we have artificial intelligent cameras on the camera side, built in the camera side, no additional license. It is all inclusive of the camera. Second thing, we use deep learning. What is deep learning? Deep learning allows you to detect object even if they are in a very challenging location, scene. For example, in this scene, there are trees and the climate can keep changing. There can be rain, there can be different situation. Still, it is able to detect. Even behind the tree, it is able to detect there is a car. So this is only possible with deep learning, right? In a machine learning, for sure, in none of these will be detected as a car. In deep learning, even a person, although it's very limited visibility, there is a person standing there, the camera can pick it up. Okay, so this is the accuracy. Just like human being, it can detect there's a car and a person. In addition to that, the color of the car, the type of the car. So you can use for investigation. Let's say I'm looking for a red color car. You can just say, Show me all red car." Like that, you can search, or you're looking for a person wearing black shirt. Show me all person with black shirt. So these are called attributes. Okay, attributes of the object. What is object? Human is an object. Vehicle is an object. Attributes of the object. What is attribute? A person, male or female, color of the shirt, child. All that is attribute of the object. Car. For a car, it is truck, van, bicycle. These are attributes of the object. So we can also identify the attributes. So all this is done through deep learning processor. Okay. Now, here this is another video where you can see indoor scene. As people are coming in, yeah, it will pick up their image, and this is called best shot. Best shot means it takes a photo and crops the unnecessary part. So in this scene, it is not taking the entire picture, it just cropped everything, which is the best shot of the person it will keep. So when you do investigation, so when you do search, it will you don't have it. I mean, when you do the search, it will show all the results by photos, and then you can click on a specific photo and the video will play. So for example, here if I filter by red color, it will show all red color person wearing red color shirt. When I click on it, the video will play. All right. So this I will demonstrate later at the end of the session. There is one short video. Okay, here we go. So when I click red and person red color shirt is there, and the video can be played on the right side. So your investigation process is really quick because of this artificial intelligence. You can, let's say you're looking for a child, missing child. You can put here, I'm looking for a missing child with a certain age group. Let's say uh, young age group. It will show all photos of people of certain age group. So like that you can quickly filter out as well. Okay. Now artificial intelligence is one thing. In addition to that, there are other analytics in the camera. Okay. What are those? Loitering. Again, these are built-in license-free analytics. You buy the camera, it is included. You can use with our VMS, third-party VMS, it is included. Right? So this is our benefit because it's in the chipset. Okay. Loitering. If someone is wandering, roaming in the area, loitering. Disappear. If somebody removed the object or somebody left an object, abandoned object, object left behind, it's called disappear and appear analytic. Line crossing. If you draw a line, you can say if someone is crossing the line, I need an alarm. You can even put direction, which direction they are crossing, at what time they are crossing. If it is AI analytics, for example, if it is artificial intelligence, you can say if a person is crossing the street, trigger an alarm. Or if someone is parking in the yellow lane in the right side of the track, if it is a car, then raise an alarm. So you can even categorize. If it is AI camera, you can even say look for a car, and you can even say going in the wrong direction, car going in the wrong direction. So this is called line crossing or directional motion event. Then intrusion. Intrusion is simple. It's someone in the area in a zone. It will trigger an intrusion. Then enter or exit. Enter or exit is you can draw a box like this. You can draw a zone, and when you draw the box, anything that enters, it will trigger an alarm. So no one is allowed to enter a zone. You can draw a zone. Anyone who enter a parking lot, it's a car entering a parking lot, it's not allowed. You can trigger an alarm. or as dedicated parking for someone is coming in with car, not allowed, or if there is a truck, not allowed entering that zone, truck is entering the zone, trigger an alarm. Exit, if someone is leaving the parking area or leaving a certain area, leaving a zone, trigger an alarm. So that can be done. All of this you can draw at least four lines. Line crossing, each camera you can draw four lines. You can draw one line on the left side, right side, bottom. It's very, very flexible. And we have some series called X series. You can draw eight lines, not just four, eight lines. So it's a very powerful camera. Okay, next is face detection. Face detection is okay. Do not get confused. It's not face recognition. Recognition means it looks at the face and it tells, okay, this is Samuel, this is Ahmed, Muhammad. Like that is recognition. This is only detection. It just detects. Okay, this is without AI. Okay, any camera in our series which has face detection, it will trigger. There is a person detected. Okay, think of this as motion detection, but just that motion should be caused by a face, not by car or animal. You know, motion detection, anything can cause motion, but face detection can be only caused by a person. So it's like a motion detection with some intelligence called face detection. Okay, only triggered by a person. Next is a defocus. If the camera is losing focus, it will automatically focus. Fog detection. If the image is getting blurred or there's fog blinding the image, it will trigger an alarm. Tampering, if someone is blocking the camera view, it will trigger an alarm. Then audio analytics. Not all cameras have audio, some cameras have. If there is a sound, screaming, shouting, gunshot, explosion, it can categorize. It will say, okay, this is gunshot detection, this is screaming detection. So it can even identify what type of sound it is, but you have to connect a microphone. All right. Some cameras have built-in microphone. Now, at any point, you can ask a question. Feel free to post it in the question window. Okay. Next is counting analytics. Counting is same way. Um, these are business analytics, which means if the same camera you can use for finding out how many people are in the property, entering the property, how many people are leaving in and out. You can draw two lines for this. Queue management, if there is a lot of queue in the counter, all that you can do from the same camera. Got it? So this is also available from the camera. Okay. In addition to this, uh, the next analytic is called handover. If a fixed camera, for example, here there is a PTC and a fixed camera. There is a guy walking in. When the guy walking in is entering the parking area, it will send a command to the PTC to come and zoom that area. So it's called handover. You can hand over to many locations. If someone is coming from another area, you can have multiple handover locations. Okay, so this is possible as well. Next is cameras have built-in USB. What is USB? You can plug a Wi-Fi dongle and the installer can quickly check the view of the camera. He doesn't have to call somebody and ask, hey, is this view correct or not? All right, so this functionality is also available in from X series onwards. It is available. You'll find this, uh, and every installer needs only one dongle. So let's say in my company there are two installing commissioning engineers. They need two dongles. That's it. You plug it in, check the camera, installed okay, everything is fine. Remove it, go to the next camera, plug it in, check everything, and check. The camera becomes like a hotspot. So you can connect your phone with the camera hotspot, check the view, focus, change some settings, and take it out. All right. So this is a good installation convenient feature. You don't have to carry any tools. You can just use your mobile phone for this. Now, this Wi-Fi is it's not a Wi-Fi camera. It's just for installation purpose. Okay, so not to be confused with the other thing. Once you remove the Wi-Fi dongle, Wi-Fi is disabled. Next is Weissnet AI Solution. This is for during the COVID time, our AI cameras, we added free COVID analytics, mask detection, occupancy. Like here on the first video, you will see it is counting how many people are in the property. Only 100 people are allowed. So when 100 people is reached, you can connect to the web page of the camera and it will give a signal saying, okay, 100 people have been reached. Social distancing on the third video, you can put a distance, okay, minimum 2 meters. If the distance is not reached, you can trigger an alarm. Now we have Wisenet audio system, right? We can connect to our own speaker and our speaker can give a command saying, please maintain social distance. Automatically you can trigger. Even from the camera, you can trigger to any speaker. You can send a audio. All right. So that flexibility is available from the cameras. Okay. Chipset. First we talked about analytics. Now I'm talking about chipset. Okay. Chipset, we have been making chipset for a long time. The current chipset is Wisenet 7, Wisenet 5, both of them are currently in production. Okay, Wisenet 7 focus more on higher resolutions and artificial intelligence, okay, as well as cybersecurity. So this is one of the key points of the latest chipset. All right, let's see the video. Okay, so it supports up to 4K resolution and WDR at 4K resolution. Most of the cameras which are 4K, they have very poor WDR. Okay, so this chipset is designed with 4K resolution in mind, so it is very powerful. Then, if there is any curving in the lens, it can correct, called lens distortion correction. Next, low light. Most of the 4K cameras perform very bad at low light, but this chipset has been designed again for low light condition. This something uh, is possible because it's a new chipset, new processor. It's quite faster. It can image process the image much faster. Okay, next, cybersecurity. I think our PowerPoint died. Just a second, please. Okay, cybersecurity. In cybersecurity, we have the cybersecurity part from the chipset level: secure operating system, secure storage. So from the chipset itself, we have separate storage area for saving passwords. We have two operating system, a separate operating system for processing the authentication keys and passwords, and secure boot. Before the camera boots, it checks whether the firmware is accurate, is the correct file. Third party applications you can run on the camera, that is kept on a separate environment. If anything happens to the third party app, it will not affect the primary functions of the camera. Third, secure firmware. The firmware is also encrypted. Next is service JTAG, used for servicing the camera. Even that, only authorized people can access the port with the authentication key. Overall, the camera is having many certificates, product certificate. We have our device certificate. It makes sure this product is not a duplicate. It is a Hanwha product. So we have our own private certificate, ensuring customers, okay, this is this is purchased actually from Hanwha. Then we have third-party certification called UL Cybersecurity Assurance Program called UL CAP. We have third-party UL certificate for cybersecurity. UK certificate, secure by default. All the critical security settings we activate it before shipping to you. It's called by default, it is secure. Some of the cameras we have chipset. We have added one more layer of protection. This is for defense projects. There is a requirement that a camera should be FIPS certified. So some of the cameras also have FIPS certification. This one uses a trusted platform module in the camera, a special uh, module in the camera for authentication purposes. Okay, so FIPS certification. So all in all, from the chipset level itself, we have cybersecurity, and that is possible because it's our own product. And lastly, we have our cybersecurity team called SCERT. In case of any emergency, how do we respond? We have a response team in case of there is any requirement, any patch, anything. The team can be contacted by anyone. Okay, their details are available online. Okay, now we will see what are the lens wise, optical lens wise, what are the features. In lens, for a PTZ camera, we have 4K camera with 30x zoom lens. Again, if you take many premium brands, you will not find this. Many brands they have 4K sensor, but they use 2 megapixel lens, but they call it 4K camera. Okay, so they have to use sensor also 4K, lens also 4K. So this is our own developed lens, 4K 30x, one of the highest in the market for 4K. Next we have a range. Okay, this is just a video showing from the 4K. Okay, we also have 55x lens. We will see that in the later slides. Okay, true WDR, one of the highest in the market, 150 dB. Some of the cameras have image stabilization. We have a sensor inside which detects if there is a lot of vibration, and that you can have digital image stabilization feature activated. Okay, all right. In technology, there is, there are cameras. Okay, but there is, okay, there's a question in case fire happened, thermal camera. Yeah, there is possible. I will come to that part regarding the thermal camera. We have some slides. I will explain that. Okay, in the there is some cameras called a low light camera. Okay, the reason for having a low light camera is like this. There are good mobile phones and everything, but there are still certain special applications. Special application is the lighting is very low. Doesn't mean there is no light. There is light, but it is very low. Okay. Now, most of the cameras they have a certain range of lens, 2.8 to 12, f-stop 1.3, 1.2, and 1.4. This is the commonly used lens, which everyone is happy about. And image sensor 1 by 3 inch sensor, 1 by 2.8 inch sensor. But for special applications like low light, we have to do some more modifications. Uh, there are sensors with half inch, even bigger sensor. Okay, and they have f-stop of 0.94, double the capturing capability, double the light capturing capability of a standard camera. Uh, so lens also is changed, sensor also is changed, and it can perform really well at 25 frames. You will not get this kind of ghosting or blurring. It will act like a normal camera, but it will perform really well in low light. It's called low light camera. Okay. Next is bandwidth. All of our cameras, you will find this technology called Wi-Stream. If the bandwidth is roughly 2 Mbps with a Wi-Stream, you can get a reduction of uh, so this previously was 2 megapixel. From 2.5 bps it will go to 700 800 kbps. If it is a 4K camera, it will be around 2 Mbps. So you can see you can get a lot of reduction with the Wisenet. So depending on the scene activity, it will automatically reduce the bandwidth. Okay, so that is Wisenet technology. Whatever we saw, it is integrated. We are a platinum integration partner with Milestone. We are a premium partner with Genetech when it comes to integration. So even before the products are released, we are integrated with these big brands. Our AI cameras are integrated. No need to pay extra licenses. You can buy the camera license from Milestone. That's it. No need to pay for using AI analytics or anything like that. Okay. Lastly, on the lenses part, there are some cameras, like I said, which are special lens. You can try to find any dome camera with 5 to 60 lens. You will not find in other brands. This is a dome camera used for identification purpose. When the distance is very high, a normal camera will not be enough. You have to use a box camera. But instead of box camera, you can still use a dome. Because box camera is very big and bulky, you can consider using a dome camera and get identification. Okay, even 25 meters you can get identification, 80, 90 meters you can get 250 pixels, which is also identification. Next, our lenses are true to spec. True to spec means what we say is what you get. We did a test in our office. We compared with some of the brand. They are saying 2.7 mm, but when we tested, our camera is wider. Their camera is supposed to be wide because it's 2.7. Ours is wider than theirs, although they are specifying 2.7. Then they mentioned 13.5. So our camera was able to zoom more even with 12 mm. The reason is they are specifying, but they are not true to the specification. Okay, so it's false information on the datasheet, basically. Okay. Product quality, our cameras products go through rigorous testing, even drop test, vibration test, all of this during transportation to make sure our cameras reach properly in good condition. Water testing, color testing, image assessment, all that is done in-house. Okay, now let's quickly go through the lineup of our products. We have four. We have four major lineups. Excuse me. Um, QXPNT. All right. You will find most of the projects are Q and X because that's where all the cameras are, and there are pre series as well and T series. Okay, so we will see that what's the difference. Okay, in Q series there are 6 analytics. In X series 10 analytics, and X series has artificial intelligence. P series is known for multi-sensor cameras and artificial intelligence. Okay, X series is known for more than Q. If Q is having 6, X series will have every other analytics that we talked about. Q series, you will find the major key analytics such as line crossing, intrusion, motion detection, tamper, all the important ones you will find in Q. In addition to that, if you want handover, if you want uh, object disappear, shock detection, all that extra premium analytics, you'll find it in X. Plus, you also have X with AI, X without AI. X AI cameras are there, artificial intelligence. Then P series is mainly for multi-sensor and advanced AI. Okay, we will see that later. T is for special cameras like thermal cameras and other things. Okay, now we will see X series. Under X series, there is a range called AI range. Excuse me. Okay, what is AI range? The cameras have AI analytics. What is AI analytics? It can detect accurately if it is a person or car. Okay, you can click on the analytics and find check. I want to detect a person. I want to detect a car. And you can also say I want to detect only car or truck or bus or bike like that. You can draw a line and you can say if there is a person crossing, I need alarm. So all that is possible. All right. Next, X AI series. There are some special options. 120 frames per second cameras are also available. X series does not have a multi-sensor. It is only on P series. Okay. Now in X there is AI. Under X AI there are two types: X core and X plus. Okay, plus does not mean it has some extra analytics. All right, both of them have same X core and X plus. Both of them are AI cameras. Okay, then what is plus? Plus is actually the hardware is slightly different. If you see the camera, it is shipped separately. All these components are shipped separately in a box, in one big box, and the dome drive will easily attach to the back box without a screw. It's a magnet. This is something that we are in Middle East. We are not really interested in this concept because this reduces a few seconds of installation time. But for us, that much time is not really a concern. Our labor cost is not that big of a concern in our region. So you will find this kind of products are usually used in regions where labor cost is charged per hour. Those kind of countries. This is helpful. So X Core X Plus is same, except the hardware wise installation is slightly easier. Okay, so that is called, we call it plus architecture, slightly different. Okay, then X Plus has some special models, which is 120 frames model. Uh, but again, not everybody requires 120 frames in the camera. Most of them are okay with 4K 30 frames is fine. All right. Next, X non-AI. Without AI, there are all types of cameras non-AI, from box camera, bullet camera, dome, outdoor dome, fisheye, transportation camera, stainless steel camera, Ptz cameras, all of them are available. So without AI, it still has analytics. You can still draw a line. If anybody is crossing the line, it will detect. But you cannot really say it is a car or a person. You can only put size of the object, any size, any object of 2 meter height, 2 meter width. If it is crossing, trigger an alarm. So I will just demonstrate that quickly. So this is a non-AI camera. Here also I have analytics. Let's say line crossing. I can put a line. I can say which direction. I can draw 8 lines, by the way, and each line I can give different direction. But here there is something called size setting. You have to say minimum size of the object to detect is 97 pixel by 97. I can make it small. If I make it very small, even small moving, maybe there is a small leaf or birds, it will detect. So I can put some size, minimum size. But if it is AI camera, let's say, so I have here AI camera. When I do the analytics, when I draw the line, I can tell person or vehicle. You got it. Although there is size to detect if there is a person or vehicle, that is not a big deal. But you can accurately say, I want in this line, no person should cross. In this line, Person can cross, but vehicle should not cross in left to right or right to left or both direction. So you can customize this in AI camera. In non-AI camera, you cannot really do that. You cannot say person or car. So that's one difference. Okay. Next is of course attributes and all that, color of the car, type of the person, whether you're wearing a mask, what is the gender, all that extra details you will get with AI camera, which you will not get in non-AI camera. Okay. So here non-AI camera, you can still do line crossing. You can draw a virtual area if someone is parking. All that you can still do. Defocus, fog detection, all that you can do. Without that AI enhancement. Okay. 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 In X series, you will also find long range cameras, 5 to 10 to 29 mm, 5.2 to 62. It's not 55. It's actually 5.2. Okay. Next is you can find this long camera in AI option also. Okay. Next is extra lux. Extra lux means low light camera under X series. Okay, you have in low light cameras, they are having version 5 at the end, 0.004 lux. It can give you color picture. F-stop is 0.94. You will not find this lens anywhere else in a dome camera. You can go and check. So it's a very low light, very powerful camera. Okay, this is fine. Next is stainless steel for factories, corrosive environment, seashore areas. You can use stainless steel camera. So there is no rusting and aging of the camera quickly. Within a year, they will rust and die if you don't use stainless steel in those environments, salt environments, sea environments. You can use stainless steel camera. Okay. Next, PTZ. X series has a widest range of PTZ. 4K 30x, 2 megapixel 55x, one of the highest also. Built-in IR up to 500 meters. So you'll find whatever is the best camera you can get, you'll find it in X series. Okay, and all the analytics and everything. Now let's see the next one. P series. P series is having also AI camera. Okay. Now what's the difference between P series AI and X series AI? Okay, X series is also deep learning AI. It can detect person car. P series also deep learning AI, person car, but it can do this extra attribute, which is color of the shirt, age group, all that it can do. Then in P series AI, you can train your own object. Let's say you are looking for a cargo box. Okay, I will just open that video. Voice detector. You can customize a camera to make your own object detection. So let's say I want to train the camera to detect a code if somebody left this or some cargo box. You can do that. So it will, you can use the camera to train it, and then in the camera, your custom objects, it will appear here. So it will detect if somebody dropped that object. So that can, so it's called advanced AI. Not only this, you can do traffic jam detection. You can do slip and fall detection if somebody fell down. So this is like taking the AI to a more customized level, like a safe city project, city surveillance project, or some large public surveillance projects, factory projects with they want some special AI based analytics. You can use P series AI. Otherwise, general security purpose with AI, you can use X series. Okay, so this is called advanced AI. Okay. Next, P series is known for multi-sensor camera. Okay. If any questions, you can post. P series is also known for multi-sensor. Multi-sensor, there is uh, okay, multi-sensor. There is different types. One of the widest range of multi-sensors available with hardware. Four sensor camera. You can have the lens at the bottom also, so you can look directly down. You can change the lens. You can have all lens. You can customize the lens, zoom lens. You can zoom in, zoom out. Each can have its own set of analytics. Some can have line crossing. The other one can also have line crossing and motion detection. So each work like a separate camera, but single license, single cable. Only one cable required. Okay, and four SD cards. All that. It's like four separate camera, but one single license. Okay, one single cable. Then in Ptrz, sorry, in the same multi-sensor camera, we also have Ptrz. You don't have to physically go and move the camera. There is a motor, and you can move it from the web page. You can log into the camera and go left, right, up, down. Even the IR will change direction. So you can completely customize. Maybe the camera is mounted very high ceiling, 10-meter high. So you don't have to climb up. You can do the complete adjustment remotely. All right, so this is also available in P series. Then there is multi-direction with PTZ. There are four sensors and you have a PTZ camera. So when you click on a specific zone, automatically the PTZ will go and zoom there. So that is also possible. So PTZ at the bottom, four sensor on the right side. Then okay, this is okay. So in this video, you will see there is a movement detected in this yellow box. Automatically, the PTZ will go there. And then if you want to zoom in, you can click and then the PTZ can go and zoom there. So this is possible. Usually good for street surveillance. Imagine this. You want to have a 360 view. So one, two, three, four cameras, two front, two back. Okay, 360 view. If some incident happened, you can zoom in because fixed cameras, I mean the cameras at the top, they have small lens. They cannot zoom. So these are small lenses. You cannot really zoom very far. That's why a PTZ camera you can zoom and check. All right. This camera you can also have direct fiber output as well. Okay. Next is panoramic cameras. Panoramic cameras. It's a single direction, one direction. Looking in one direction, you can get a stitched image of four sensors as one big image. Okay, so you can see in the, I think the video is not here, it's fine. So let me pull that out. Videos, P-series. So this is a panoramic view. It is basically one, two, three, four cameras stitched in one. You got the idea? So whenever you have a view like this, big driveway or large public space monitoring or large parking area monitoring, this camera will do the job because you know where the car is coming, where it is going. You don't have to check in four or five cameras separately. All right. So this is a panoramic view. You can do analytics. You can draw an analytics in one big area and detect as well. Next, we are one of the first ones to have AI in multi-sensor camera. So this is a two-sensor camera with AI feature. Okay. So it follows similar to X series AI, same type of detection, person, car. You can draw a line and say car is not allowed in this side of the camera, left side of the camera. So it's quite customizable. And the lens you can move left, right, up, down. It's fine. It has built-in IR also, so you can see at the night time. Okay. All right. Next is the panoramic camera videos here. We will see that later. Next is just a second. Multi-direction camera with ATM for ATM purpose. So this is a camera body, but the lens is separate. For example, we will see now. You can connect four separate lenses. I mean, yeah, four separate lenses depending on what configuration you require. Wide lens, narrow lens, fisheye lens. You can connect it to ATM inside the ATM or in museums where you want covert monitoring. It's called pinhole cameras. Okay, so this is also available. Next is Q series. Okay, now we are shifting to Q series. Q series is your day-to-day camera. Almost every project you can use a standard camera. You can go with Q series, but it is still powerful enough. It has 2 mega, 4 mega, 5 mega option. Some models, fish 4K option is there. It has analytics, motion, taper, defocus, direction, line crossing, going in the wrong direction, parking in the wrong area, entering your property, intrusion. So all the security analytics are already there. All right. So this is your Q series. It comes in different shapes, no bullet, box. Ptz also is available. So how is it different from X? If you want more than this analytics, you go with X. If you want AI, you go with X. If you want long lens, so for example, this camera, you can find 3 to 10, 2.8 to 12, some models, that's it. But if you want even long lens, 5 to 60, those kind of lenses, you go to X series. If you want stainless steel, you go to X series, right? So that's the requirement. If you want 150 dB WDR, you go to X series. 120 dB WDR, you can go with Q series. If you want high frame rate, 60 frames per second, this camera is 30 frames. If you want 60 frames, you can go to X series. So this is how you differentiate. Most of the standard projects, they need just 30 frames, good analytics, and you can go with the Q series as well. And the resolution is up to 5 megapixel. It is available. If you want more than 5 megapixel, you can go with the X series. Okay, in Q series, there is also compact cameras for retails. Those small cameras are available with the counting analytics also, in compact range. Okay, last is a T series. T series is where you find specialized cameras, explosion proof cameras, thermal camera, all falls under T series. Okay, explosion proof you have with IR, without IR, without PTZ as a fixed option. The cameras are IEC EX certified and ATEX certified, so you have two certification, European, American, both are there. And thermal cameras, you have standard lens as well as pan tilt option. Uh, Thermal cameras come in two flavors, just thermal or thermal with radiometry, measuring the temperature. So you can draw a zone and you can measure the temperature in that area. So if there is a change in temperature, let's say a 20-degree change, there is a fire, there is a sudden change in temperature, it is very hot, it can trigger an alarm. So it's a radiometry camera. Okay, so this can be done as well. Okay, okay, here we go. Thermal camera, short video. Where there is zero light, perimeter projects, border security projects, seashore, uh, you can use thermal cameras. It comes with different lens options, 35mm for long range, then 25mm is there, then there's 13mm also available. Okay. Under T series, apart from camera, we have launched a new product called Intercom. It's a touchless intercom. That is the difference between our intercom and maybe any other IP intercom. It is a touchless and it has IR, built-in IR. So all lighting condition it can work, right? So you can integrate this with a SIP phone, or you can integrate it with touchless call. You can integrate with SSM VMS also. So on the VMS platform, so let me go down. Yeah. So on the SSM VMS, also you can get a call. You can receive the call. You can put a headphone, receive the call. You can unlock the door. There is an unlock button. So from the intercom, you can open the gate barrier. So you can have an integrated system option, or you can open the door to the office. It doesn't matter. You can do that also. Okay. Then we are in the process of releasing our AI camera with ANPR for capturing number plates. So once it is fully released, we will talk about it. English number plates are possible to capture as well as type of the car, saloon car, light vehicle. So it can pick that up as well. Next is we just started preparing the marketing for management, audio management. By end of next month, it will be available for purchasing. So this is audio management system. So you can integrate. We will have our own speakers. So you can integrate a camera with a speaker. If someone is crossing the fence, the speaker can give a output, audio output, and say, "Please do not cross. You're intruding. You're trespassing a private property." And you can do that, or you can broadcast. You can speak to all the cameras from your control room. It's IP speakers, or you can play background music. You can do that. You can make announcements. So you can have an integrated CCTV, or you can have it standby also. You can have just audio system. So this solution also is available from Hanwha. All right, and let's take. Okay, let me just see how. Just a second. I have just a few slides. Probably we'll finish it and we can close the session. That should be better, I believe. Okay, so until now, we talked about field devices, cameras, intercom, speakers. At the backside, you need recorders. You need a VMS. That is also available from Hanwha. So we have analog video recorders, analog IP hybrid video recorder. We have network video recorders, 4, 8, 16 channel, 32 channel, 64 channel, built-in PoE, which means you don't have to buy a switch. Directly plug the camera. It will power the camera also. Failover option is there, dual power supply, and dual monitor output. All RAID 5, RAID 6, all options are available in the recorder. Then we have, if you want to go on a bigger scale, we have 72 to 300 plus per server recording. We have VMS solution which can manage DVR, NVR, and this large sized recorders also. So we have the VMS can work with NVR, DVR also, as well as with the specialized high density recorders for 300 cameras. Okay, so the recorders they come. Let's say if you're not interested in a basic NVR, you can go with Windows based recorders, 72 channel, 128 channel, or you can go with 360 channel higher density option. This will be released by again next month. At the moment, the maximum the number of channels we have is 128 with the 16 hard disk slot. You can put 10 terabyte, 12 terabyte hard disk options in this particular recorder for large projects. You can expand this to 300 cameras. So you can check this with the pre-sales team, with your office pre-sales team. This will be covered in the pre-sales training. Okay, We covered CCTV, now access control. Hardware also makes access control software. Uh, the access control software is freely integrated with our VMS. So if you want a pop-up whose uh, door is opened, just a second. Yeah, who opened the door, you can get a pop-up. Uh, who is denied access, you can get a pop-up in the CCTV system. You can unlock the door from CCTV system. You can have a map for both access control and CCTV in one location. So integration is free if you buy hard Wisenet access control. And okay, so this when it comes to access control, our key contribution is the software. We develop the software. The hardware it is outsourced for this hardware. Some of you may realize. So but the software is our own product in the access control system because many of the customers don't have a direct relationship with any access control vendor, but when they go and approach a big brand like Honeywell and all these guys, they are not having the best pricing. So we have our own access control. So if you don't have any relationship with any Honeywell or any other big access control companies, and you want an integrated solution, you don't have to pay any license. You can just buy our NVR. VMS is free to use if you buy NVR, and access control is also integrated for free. So this is a very good option for that. So it supports role-based access control, groups who can enter, who cannot enter, fire integration, email integration, lift control is available. You can have a basic time attendance. You can have a basic counting report, meal counting report. So scheduling when they can access the door, when they cannot access. Gatur system is there built in into the software. So all that is included in our access control software. Okay, comes in different controller and reader options. Okay, now SSM. SSM is called Smart Security Manager. It is our VMS platform. It is a one centralized management platform. You can have camera, you can have NVR, you can have recording servers. What is this recording server? If you remember, these are recording servers, 300 camera, 128 camera. So you can have recording servers, and all of this can be managed by SSM. Okay, you can integrate with third-party systems. So SSM is integrated with Honeywell Access Control, JCI, Codax, Siemens, Kerry, NetApp, Lenel, Maxis, Stenderford, Command Intercom. It is integrated with these guys also. So you can have a centralized VMS, you can integrate with our access control or third-party access control. Okay. Then it also has a video wall solution. So you can control which monitor should go to which wall. You can put one camera across four monitors. So this is a centralized video management system. This VMS is free to use if you buy our recorder. So for example, if you buy a 64 channel NVR, you're already paying for the NVR 64 channel, so you don't have to pay any extra license for SSM. If you buy our XRP, this is a pre-installed SSM recorder. You don't have to pay for any license because it's already pre-licensed for 72 128 channel. But let's say you want to make your own SSM server. You are buying from HP or Dell. It's fine. You can download SSM as a software and then you can pay license. In that case, you will buy from HP or Dell some server and make your own SSM. So it can work in two options. You can buy the recording and servers from us, or you can make your own servers and just buy the software from us. Okay. For those who are based in UAE, so just a second. For those who are based in UAE, the SSM is also video guard approved. Okay, some of the key references. I'll start with Qatar. In the Middle East, one of the biggest references is Musharraf Safe City project, cameras with SSM. 10,000 plus cameras. Then Abu Dhabi city surveillance. Here we have partially city surveillance is with our cameras, but some other VMS. Mosque surveillance. There are around 2,000 mosques. So surveillance of that is our camera with our NVR and VMS. Expo cameras, 9,000 cameras. Riyadh Metro, our cameras with milestone VMS. Doha International Airport, I believe this is our cameras with just a second. Yeah, with milestone VMS. Then Blue Water, this is also this is end-to-end cameras with our VMS. Then City Walk is also end-to-end cameras with our VMS, SSM. Bank Al Jazeera, our camera, NVR, VMS. Arab National Bank camera, NVR, VMS. Sorry, Arab Jordan Bank cameras and NVR. Then Attijari Bank also cameras and NVR. It's one of the largest banks in Africa. They have over 4,000 branches, by the way. So we have taken around 600 branches. Okay. Next is Saudi Ministry of Justice, government projects. Then Dubai World Ports, Egypt Ministry of Health, Population, 8,000 cameras, housing project. Then Oman Police, Dubai Police, Civil Defense, Egypt Electricity and Authority, Kuwait Electricity Authority, theme parks, Dubai Safari, Formula One. Some of the projects we replaced other brands even. Some other VMS, some other cameras, even big brands we replaced. So this is our overall product portfolio. All right. So feel free to get in touch with us for for your project. We have the right product for every application. We are a true CCTV manufacturer. Every single component in-house manufactured. We own the technology. That's where your value is. And our products, one of our key strengths is technology quality, the lenses, end-to-end solution provision at the best price. So this is our key strengths. And our products are tested. If you see city surveillance is one of the roughest environments. Our cameras have been tested in remote and all kinds of environments in Middle East. So we have very good references and all the field education as well. I did not put it, but there are many schools as well. Universities are also included. So there is a reason when you see 18,000 cameras, it's not one time project. It's over a period of 2 to 3 years. So most of our customers are loyal customers. They keep coming back. So that is our strength. Okay. So if you are looking to have a very good relationship, long relationship, our cameras will do the job for you to make sure you have a continued relationship with your client as well. All right. Thank you so much for attending. If you have any further questions, I'm on standby. I'm online. I can take any answers, questions. Otherwise, feel free to disconnect. The session is completed. Yeah, the PowerPoint will be sent to you for all the attendees. I will be emailing the PowerPoint copy to you as well, for you can use it for your references. Okay, so we will disconnect. And no further questions. Thank you so much. If you still have any, you can drop me an email and I take it from there.